Hey guys, welcome back to class. This is Marimba and more with our wonderful adults of Drum Percussion Studio, and of course we're gathered together. We're
Gathered here
together.
today to celebrate Marimba.
Oh gosh, I'm not doing so well with this video format. We are joined today by Cassidy and Gage, as you know. So, hope you guys have been keeping up with class because we're going to move full speed ahead from where we left off last time, which was a little while back. So, one of the things we talked about was 3/4 time signature. We're going to use that for our warm up in just a second. And we're going to play a combination of quarter notes and dotted quarter notes. All right. So if that already sounds unfamiliar, just don't even go any further. Go back and watch last week's class first. So we're going to use quarter notes and dotted quarter notes within the context of a 3/4 time signature. So let's go ahead and get warmed up. Got some fat beads. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're hearing is 4 measures of 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, so we're going to use our F minor scale. So again, we got into that a little bit last week as well. So think about your F minor scale. We're going to use the first, the third, the fifth, and the octave. Those are the notes that we're going to use. So we got F, A flat, C, and another F. And we're going to start first by playing quarter notes, just regular old quarter notes. And we're going to go low, high, low, high, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to play 4 times F and A flat, 4 times using the fifth, F and C, 4 times using the octave, F and F, and another 4 coming back down to F and C, the fifth again. So let's try this a few times. We'll loop it over and over. So go to your set position over F and A flat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go, 2, 3, 1. Now the fifth. Notes, the third, the fifth, and the octave, but this time we're going to play dotted quarter notes. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, bum, gum, bum, gum. All right, we're going to hit 4 dotted quarter notes on each set of notes. The third, the fifth, the octave, the fifth, the third, the fifth, the octave, the fifth, the third, fifth, octave, the fifth, over and over. All right, go to your set position. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Last time. Cool, I want to try that one more time because that's a little bit new. I'll stop it for just a second so I can talk. Remember, when we play those dotted quarter notes, we're thinking 1, 2, and 3, and 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 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and then we'd start over again. Cool? So let's try one more time. Same deal, dotted quarter notes. There are 4 dotted quarter notes for each position. The first position is going to be the third. Second position is the fifth. Our third position is the octave. We come back down for the fifth, and then we start all over again. Let's try it again. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Ready and start. All right, so now we're going to put it all together. We're going to do the quarter notes like we did just a couple minutes ago. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm sorry, let me say that again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Second position is the fifth. Third position is the octave. Back to the fifth. And then the dotted quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And back to the quarter notes. All right, so that's our pattern. So we've got one time through with quarter notes, one time through with dotted quarter notes. Both positions are the same. It's playing with the third, the fifth, the octave. Okay, so the sets of notes are always the same. Let's try it a couple times. Quarter notes first. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Dotted notes. Quarter notes. Ready and start. Cool. All right, so let's keep moving for right now. We talked about quarter notes. We talked about dotted quarter notes, all of that within a 3/4 time signature. We talked about major and minor scales last week and how to figure out our minor scales. We said that we can either flatten the third, sixth, and the seventh of a major scale to turn it into a minor scale, or we could use the relative major key signature. So I'm going to use that way moving forward right now. So what I want to do is I want to work within the context of F minor. Bless you, Cassidy.
Thank you.
All right. So let's think about F minor. So I'll close this, get it out of the way so you can see a little bit better. So figure out what your key signature is going to be for F minor. So the relative major then would be a minor third above that, or 3/2 steps above F, and that would be A flat. So if you think about your A flat major key signature, we have B, E, A, and D flat. So it's got those 4 flats. So outline your scale, F to F, and find your 4 flats. There's a B flat, an E flat, an A flat, and a D flat. So for me, I like to remember it's the last 2 and the only 2 of each set of accidentals. So let's first play our F minor scale with arpeggio. We'll do that 4 times just to get a little extra practice. Quarter note, eighth note pattern. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready and go. It's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2. Ready, here we go. Third time. Ready, here we go. back in the day, we talked a little bit about solfege or solfeggio. So we learned how we can use what am I trying to say? Movable do. So the F being the root, we would call that do, and then we'd have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, just like Sound of Music. We did that, and then a little bit later on in the semester, we also talked about some of those German syllables where we add S to the name of a note to make it flat. We add east to make it sharp. So, for example, B flat becomes bess, D flat becomes des, A flat becomes. That's why this is the adult class. Very, very good. All right, so we're going to use those syllables as we go through this piece of music. So this is a good time to pull up that piece of music that you have in your email, because I know you guys are all checking your email. Last time we got together, I asked you to practice your exercises, and maybe if you had some ensemble students in your family, Wilsons, Andersons, then check with them and see if they could figure out what the song was. So I don't know. You can let me know if anybody figured it out. But it is in fact Afro Blue. That is a favorite of mine, and we've done it in the ensemble quite a bit. So go ahead, grab your music. Make sure you got that close by. And the first thing I want to do is I just want to take a moment to kind of walk through the music and make sure that we're all on the same page. There's a lot of stuff on that sheet of music there. So the first thing we're going to do is just kind of walk through it together. It's 2 pages long. We'll start at the beginning, and notice that there is a section there at the top. It says melody, and then the following lines below that are accompaniment 1, 2, and bass. So for right now, we're going to focus on the melody today. There's an A section, a B section, and then on the second page, there's a C section. There's some other stuff on the bottom of that. Just ignore that. All right, so let's walk through this, and I want to say the note names, and I want to use those syllables that we just talked about. So instead of trying to squeeze in A flat, we've got to move quickly. So it's going to be as, and B flat is going to be best, okay? If we have an E flat anywhere in the music, that would be S, okay? Because it's not English. We're not going to call it East. It's S. D flat would be des. And I think that's probably everything that we're going to see, but we'll walk through it together. So let's just go through it slowly, and let's see if we can say the notes as we go along. So 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. F, C, as, best, 2, 3, as, best, F, 2, 3, F, C, as, best, 2, 3, as, best, F, second line, S, S, G, S, 2, down to des, S, F, 2, 3, S, S, G, S, 2, 3, des, as, F, 2, 3, and then we're going to stop there for now. That is going to cover the bulk of the song. That's the A and B section. We'll get to see a little bit later. But let's concentrate on that first page there, the A and B section. So now we know what the notes are. Now we got to find them. So a lot of that is just going to come from your own individual homework, okay? So if we just kind of figure out those notes, I'm going to walk you through the way that I like to teach this to everybody. So you're going to do a combination of your own practice and stuff, but also I'm going to teach you by rote a little bit as we go through this, so you can kind of put this together. So I'm going to focus on the first 2 measures, and those notes are F, C, as, best. And the way that I like to do this is we're going to put our left mallet over F, the right mallet over C, and we're going to leave our left mallet put. I've got a reason for that. The right mallet right now is going to do most of the work, okay? So we're not alternating as much as we used to do, okay? I know that I've always taught you we want to alternate as much as possible. So right now, the right hand's going to do the moving, doing the moving or the movement. Okay, here we go. So this is the first 2 measures right at this tempo right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. F, C, S, S. How much? Try that again. 1, ready, go. F, C, S, S. Good. And I want you to try to say it while you play it one more time and freeze once you finish that last note. 1, ready, go. F, C, S, S. All right. And then look ahead. The next two measures are as, bes, F. So we're just going to slide our right hand over to that A flat. And again, the right hand's going to do the movement. We're going to play as, bes, F, right, right, left. Let's try that. This is measure 3 and 4. 1, ready, go. As, bes, F. One more time. 1, ready, go. As, bes, F. If you look ahead in your music, the next 4 measures are exactly the same thing that we just did. F, C, as, bes, F. Okay? So we've already covered the whole A section. So let's go back and let's play it all together. So it's those 4 measures 2 times. Okay? So here we go. We'll try it a few times. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. F, C, as, bes, 2, 3. As, bes, F. Do it again. F, C, as, bes, 2, 3. As, bes, F. Cool. So that was the A section. So it's that 4-bar melody 2 times. So let's try it one more time, and then we'll move on to the B section. Remember, for now, the left hand is kind of staying put over F. That is kind of our home position there, and the right hand is doing the movement. Keep trying to say the notes while you play them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. F, C, as, bes, 2, 3, as, bes, F. Again. F, C, as, bes, 2, 3, as, bes, F. Good. And if you froze, like a good student, all right, the next thing that we're going to do, don't move your hands yet, but look ahead with your eyes in the music and notice that we are going to go down just a tiny bit. We're looking at the B section. Our next set of notes are going to be E flats and Gs, S and G. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift our hands so they go to the opposite position. The left hand's going to go over the E flat. The right hand's going to go over the G. Let's play those first 2 measures of letter B. It's going to be S, S, G, S. So left hand stays put and the right hand stays put. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. S, S, G, S. That was it. Try it one more time. Letter B, first 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. S, S, G, S. Cool. And now what I want you to do is look ahead at the next set of notes. We're going to do the next 2 measures. I see that we go down just a tiny bit, 1 note below. We're going to go to the des, back to the S and the F. So we got D flat, E flat, F. So the movement is going to happen in the left hand. Des, S, F. So let's try that. This is measure 3 and 4 of letter B. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. Des, S, F. Remember those dotted quarter notes are going to be 1, 2, and 3, 1. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. Des, S, F. Cool. Put that together. This is the first 4 measures of letter B. I'm going to walk through it real quick. It's going to be S, S, G, S, 2, 3, des, S, F. Ignore the pitches. Here we go. Try it again. Letter B together. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. S, S, G, S. Shift it down. S, S, F. That's it. Do it one more time. 1, ready, go. S, S, G, S, 2, 3. 1, 2, and freeze right there. Look ahead in your music. We just did the first 4 measures. And what I see is it starts out the same. S, S, G, S, des, and then it goes up to an A flat before the F. So it goes des, as, F. So let's check that out. This is going to be measure 5, 6, 7, and 8 of the B section. Okay, so this is the new part. It's going to start off with S, S, G, S, and then we go back down to des, and then the right hand goes to the A flat, and the left hand's going to hit that F to get us back home. Let's try that together. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. S, S, G, Exactly. So that last part is S, S, F, left, right, left. One more time. This is the last four measures of letter B. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. S, S, G, S, and is. Cool. Put all of that together and let's play all of letter B. So we're going to put that whole thing together. It sounds like we do the same thing 2 times, but the second ending is a little bit different. Here we go, letter B. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. S, S, G, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1. Cool. And I could see out of the corner of my eye, Cassidy, right after she played S, S, G, she quickly shifted both of her hands so that she was ready to go at the end. Let's try it again. Same thing. Letter B. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. S, S, G, S, 2, 3, up, the scale, 2, 3. S, S, G, S, shift your hands. S, S. Cool. So that's the B section, and the way this is going to work in our song is we're going to play A, B, A, B. Let me check my notes. Yes, A, B, A, B. So let's put all of that together now. A section, B section, A section, B section, as it's written. All right, here we go. Remember, A section, left hand stays put, right hand does the movement. The B section, we shift our hands down to that E flat and G, and the left hand is doing a lot of the movement at that point. And then we come back to the beginning and we start it all over again. Here we go. A, B, A, B. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Shift it down. And slide. One more time. Position. To the top. One more time. Shift it down. Slide it. Second ending. Cool. So that's the A and B section. So that is the majority of the song Afro Blue. So we're going to do that. And then let's take a look at the second page. This one's a bit more complicated. It's not a big deal. It looks a little scarier than it is. So look at page number 2. At the top of your page, the C section. So what's going to happen is we start with what we call pickup notes. I think we talked about that maybe once in class. So pickup notes are not a complete measure. It's a portion of a measure. So what's going to happen before we actually get to the C section, we're going to have 4 measures of interlude, we'll call it. And on the end of the 4th measure, that's where we pick up into letter C. So what I mean is 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. Da da dee dum dum da dum dum da da dee ding 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 ding. So it starts at the end of the 4th measure. It picks up into letter C. All right, so to do this, all right, this one's always a little tricky. I want you to think a lot about your F minor scale that we worked on at the beginning. So this is basically going to be a variation of that scale, is how we're doing this. So let's look at just the first 3 notes, starting with the pickup note there. We'll do like last time. Let's just say the notes first. So go ahead and follow along, actually touch the notes with your fingers. And let's just say them. We're not even going to worry about the rhythm right now. Let's just say each note. Ready, go. We got F as C, S, S, des, C, 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 bes, as, G, S, F. Okay, and then those pickup notes, notice that last measure was just a half note, that's 2 beats. Those pickup notes will be played again on beat 3 and as we go back into the repeat. The C section is played twice, there's repeat signs there. Quick reminder, when we have accidentals, remember they last through the duration of that measure. So if you look in your first measure, you've got an E flat, and then there's another E. There's not a flat sign in front of it because they don't need to put one. So it's still going to be flat. That flat will carry all the way through that measure. So as many E's as we play in that measure, they're going to be flat. We have the same kind of thing happening in 1, 2, measure 3, right there with the A flats. We got 2 of those in a row. The first one is labeled. The second one is understood that carries over. So don't let that throw you off. All right, so those are the notes. Let's plug it away on the keyboard. So first thing I want to do is play the first 3 notes. Again, we're not worrying about rhythm at this point. And the first 3 notes are going to be F as C. And of course, that would be our arpeggio for the F minor scale. So let's try that. Ready, go. F as C. And then right after that, we're going to go up 1 more note. And this is our 7th scale degree. I'm going to get all into it, but it's a big deal in the scale. That's our E flat. We're going to play 2 of those, flat, flat. So let's do that much right now. We're going to go F as C, S, S. Again, we're not worrying about the rhythm. 1, ready, go. We got F, S, C, S, S. So we alternated all of that, and when we got to the E flat, we stayed there on the right hand. So we got left, right, right. One more time. Ready, go. F, S, C, S, S. Cool. Now let's put the rhythm with it. So if you look at the rhythm, we have 3 and 1 and. So if we count that, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and. So let's try that together. And if you need to lay out the first time and just watch us play, that's fine. We're going to do it over and over. So remember, I'll give you 1, 2, and we all start on 3 and. Ready? It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and. One more time. All right, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and. Now the next note is going to be right below that. That's the D flat. Let's play that. Ready, go. D flat. And then we're going to slide down again. This is all on the right hand. I see that we have a bunch of C's in a row. I see 1, 2, 3 C's in a row. Let's play that. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. And this is the first time we use our left hand again. It's going to be on that B flat. Go. Boom. Yeah, close enough. Yeah. So let's play measure number 2 as written. We'll go back and we'll piece it all together. But let's start right on measure number 2. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3 and. Or right, 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 left. So it's coming down that scale. C, C, C bass. Here we go. Measure number 2. 1 and ready, go. It's 1, 2, 3 and. Again. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3 and. One more time. Ready, go. And 1, 2, 3 and. Let's put all of that together. So as far as we've gone right now, we start on the pickup notes. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 1, 2, 3 and. So we left it out when we worked this last section, but that E flat leads to the D flat, which leads to those C's in a row. So here we go. Let's try it together several times. Remember, you come in on 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 1, 2, 3 and. Good. Once again. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 1, 2, 3, and one more time, and then we're going to move on. Freeze at the end of this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to finish up this measure. 1 and 1. Finish up the next two measures. So we got right, 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 left, right. So we're going to keep coming down the scale. 2 A flats, G, left hand for the E flat, and then we finish with the F on the right. So the rhythm would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 1 and 1, right, 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 left, right, dun, dun, ding, dun, dun. So let's try that. Last two measures of the C section. So I've got my right hand over the A's. I'm gonna go ahead and get my left hand over the E flat. Ready, go. 1 and 1. Yeah, so the right hand plays A flat, G, S, F, 2 A flat. Let's try that again. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3. Last time, we're going to put it together. Ready, go. Cool. So again, this is basically just a variation, kind of playing around with the F minor scale. So we start by going up the arpeggio to the 7th degree. Then we slide down the scale, down the scale, down the scale, down the scale. We go a little bit below it, and then we end on the first note of the scale. All right. So let's try it slowly. We'll do it over and over and over. So again, you can sit out the first one if you want. Here we go. Whole C section coming in on beat 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 I didn't tell you we were going to do the repeat. You hung in there though. So it's 2 times in a row, just like that. So once you finish, don't really move anywhere, just reset to do it all again. So let's do it again, just like that. It's 2 times every time. So here we go. 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1. Cool. So that's the C section. Let's go ahead and put all of that together, and I think that's probably a good place to wrap up today. I'm not sure we're around time. I'm going to confer with Cassidy.
Yeah. We'll
Okay,
wrap up
cool.
that.
I tend to be long-winded. All right, so here we go. We're going to put the whole thing together. So we're going to do A, B, A, B, and then we're just going to have 4 measures of interlude, which right now is just going to amount to a rest. Gives us a chance to kind of get into position. And on the end of that 4th measure, that's where we come in with those pickup notes to play the C section 2 times. After that, we didn't practice it yet, but let's go back and do the B section 1 time. And that is the form of the song right now. A, B, 4 bars, C, C goes back into B. So we'll do that 2 times for you, okay? Here we go. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. F, C, S, S, 2, 3. F, 1, 2, 3. S, C, S, S, 2, 3. S, S, letter B. S, S, G, S, 2, 3. S, S, scale, once again. S, S, 2, 3. Back to A. 1, 2, 3. Again. 2, 3. Ready and 2, 3. 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2. Letter B. 2, 3. So that was basically what we call the head of the song. So that was the tune. So we'll do it one more time just to give you a chance. Remember, we added that last little B section in there. And so when we finish the last C, we're already in position. We've got our left hand over E flat. We just slide the right hand to the G, and then we play the scale. Cool. One more time. Whole thing. A, B, 4 bars. The end of the 4th bar, we play C, C, and then we wrap up with the B. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. C, S, 2, 3. 2, 3. C, S, 2, 3. 2, 3. 3, to the top. Shift it down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2. Letter B. Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys for playing with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.